Good morning, students. Welcome to today's lecture. In the last class, we discussed how to locate square root of real numbers on the number line. It was a little bit different from the first method that we have learned. Okay, because in the first method we used the Pythagoras theorem directly, but in the second method of real number location, we used it indirectly. Okay. Now, then we studied about exponents and powers and their formulas. This we have already done in the last class also. Now, today's topic is rationalization. We all must be remembering in fractions. You all must be remembering in fractions we used to have proper fraction, improper and mixed fraction. So you must be remembering fraction like this 7 upon 3. We used to say this is a improper fraction. Why improper? Because the numerator is larger than denominator. And we used to make it mixed fraction by dividing by 3. We got some remainder and we wrote it like a mixed fraction. Okay. The thing is because this type of fractions are not actually what you say feasible in real life because we have always total marks or something in the denominator. Same thing occurs in this rational number also. One more thing, one second. So here also we can't see a irrational number in the denominator. In these numbers, we can't see a irrational number in the denominator. Whenever we see, what we have to do is we have to rationalize it. How we have to rationalize it? It is the question. Okay. So there are normally two cases only where we learn how to rationalize. Let's start with the first one. So if in a given fraction denominator is irrational, then we have to make it rational using some identities. Suppose this is the question 1 upon root 2. Suppose this is the question 1 upon root 2 and you see that the denominator is irrational. You have to rationalize it. So you tell me by which number will multiply this denominator to make it rational. We all know if you have root 2 and you multiply it with root 2 again, then only you can get a rational number, that is 2. So the only number we can multiply with this root 2 in denominator is root 2. So we have to multiply by root 2 in the denominator. But if we are doing in denominator, to maintain the balance, I have to multiply in the numerator also, because I can't just multiply from my side in the denominator. I have to take a ratio always, because we know 1 upon 1 is okay. This is also actually 1 upon 1 only. Okay. So when you multiply with root 2 in the denominator, you get root 2 into root 2 as 2 and root 2 into 1 as root 2. So you have got your answer in which the numerator is irrational and the denominator is rational. And we are okay with it because our priority is to make denominators rational number. I hope you got this. Now, in this example, there is a difference. We have 2 plus root 3 now. In the last case, we just had root 2 and it was very easy. Suppose you had root 7 in the denominator, you multiply with root 7 in the denominator and the numerator, you will get the required rationalization. Suppose you have root 5, multiply with root 5 in the denominator and the numerator and you will get the required thing. But what about this? What about this? What do you think? We should multiply in this 2 plus root 3 to get a rational number in denominator. If you think that as in the earlier case, if I multiply with the same number, let's see that also. If you multiply like this, 2 plus root 3 into same number, that is 2 plus root 3, do you think that you will get a rational number? No. Why? Because it can be taken as 2 plus root 3 whole square. It will become 2 plus root 3 whole square. And we know it is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, and in that 2ab this root 3 will remain, this root 3 will not go. Hence doing this labor will not give you any fruit. You still have a irrational number in your denominator. Now what should we do? How can we make it rational number? For that we have to understand there was a formula like this, that if you have a plus b and you multiply with a minus b, In that case, the formula was a square minus b square. That is simply square of both the terms. I think this formula can help us this time. How? Let's see. We have 2 plus root 3. We have we have 2 plus root 3 with us. So if I multiply with opposite sign of this, that is 2 minus root 3, maybe we can get the, let's see, I have multiplied with 2 minus root 3 in the denominator. As I am doing in denominator, I have to multiply the same number in the numerator also. Why so? Just to maintain the balance. Okay, we can't multiply anything from our side anywhere. We can multiply only when we are dividing the same number. Okay, so I have done this. Now let's check. It is 2 plus root 3, it is 2 minus root 3. If a is 2 and b is root 3, the formula is a square minus b square. It becomes a square, that is 2 whole square minus root 3 whole square. Now you can see 2 square is 4 and root 3 square is 3. We have got rational number in the denominator. We have got rid of the square root very easily. You can see, and we have got the final answer as 2 minus root 3 upon 1, which is a, what you say, normal form, you can say, na? Because it is allowed. Only denominator cannot have irrational number. Okay, now let's see the next one. 5 upon root 3 minus root 5. This time we have a negative sign here. Now, by which number you will multiply? Very easy. This time you have a minus b. Multiply with a plus b. What is the problem? So, let's multiply. I have written formula like this also. You can write formula like this also. But I prefer my earlier formula also. Whether you write like this or say it is a minus b multiplied with a plus b, that is the same thing. Okay, not a difference. These formulas are given you NCRT, but I prefer to use earlier formulas instead of new formulas. It is your choice. If you want to use this, you can use, no issue. Okay, so if I consider a as root 3 and b as root 5 and it is a minus b, I have to multiply with a plus b. See this thing? Whatever sign here, I have done opposite of that. And as I am multiplying the denominator, I have to multiply in the numerator also. After that, multiply these two. We will get 5 into bracket root 3 plus root 5. That is, it will multiply in this as well as this by distributive property of multiplication. And the denominator we have a minus b a plus b is a square, that is root 3 whole square minus root 5 whole square. Very simple. And you can solve it as 3 minus 5. The minus 2 is left over here. Finally, the answer is minus 5 by 2 root 3 plus root 5. This is the final answer. Okay. So we have rationalized the denominator. One more example. In this case also, if you see, this is the irrational number. We have to make it rational. You can see here we have plus sign. So you can guess very easily. You have to multiply with a minus b. That is 7 minus 3 root 2. Okay. Simple question. In denominator and numerator we are multiplying the same number. Then solving, we have got the answer as this one. Okay. You can just pause the video and see how to solve it, or you can try on your own. Then this question, very easy, simplify. We all know that if we have a power m into a power n, that is if we have same base multiplying, then powers add. Here also, although power is in fraction, but will it change the rules? Rules will be same only. Power is 2 by 3 and 1 by 3. Base is 2 and 2. As the base is same, so I can write just adding the powers like this. So I've got 2 power 3 is LCM, 2 plus 1, 2 power 3 by 3, and the answer is 2 power 1. I hope you got this. Now, 3 power 1 by 5 whole power 4. It is same as this formula. We have studied in the last class, a power m whole power n. When power of power is there, like this, in that case, these two will multiply simply and becomes a power mn. So here also we will have 1 by 5 into 4, that is 4 by 5 is the final answer. I hope you got this. If you want to write in the root form, you can write like this. It becomes 5 will come outside and will sit on the root like this, and we have 3 power 4. So these two are same thing, whether you write like this or like this. Okay, in this case we have different base but same power. We also have formula of this, and that formula is known as a power m into b power m. When power is same and base are different, we multiply the base and powers remain the same. A simple formula you can check also with any number. Now we multiply the base, power remains same. 13 17s are 221, power 1 by 5. If you write in the root form, it becomes 2, 2, 1, and 5 will sit on this root. Okay, I hope you got this. Thank you. Have a nice day.